going on, guys? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. What's really good? What's going on? This podcast is coming a day late. Totally my fault. I had a super packed weekend. We couldn't leave you guys hanging. Another week, another episode of your favorite music podcast. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Tweet about us, engage us. We love talking about music here, so shout out. Tell everybody there's a music podcast that is popping. Afrobeats Weekly. Anyways, before we get into today's episode, I need you guys to please rate and review this episode. Engage with us. It helps us grow, helps us get noticed. So as you're listening from your favorite app right now, leave that 5-star rating and comments. But I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. On today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, still very much all Mohbad. The tributes have been pouring in. So obviously the music released this week wasn't very much, but we'll make it work. We've also got a Pan African Rockstar album by LAdy Donli on deck. And as usual, new songs, spotlight of the week, turntable chats, eliminates, and all that other good stuff. What's going on, partner? What's going on?
What up, my G? I see that you had a super fun weekend and left me hanging. I was gonna do the pod by myself, but I was like, nah, man, I ain't gotta do that. I don't want to be dash your Daisy thing. So
you ain't gotta do that, man. That's grounds for breakup.
Yo, but we'll rock it. And so we're back a day late, but that's still cool. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I had a wedding over the weekend, so it was kind of packed, and I forgot to hold my beloved mic to record on Sunday. So here we are today recording.
So you had a wedding,
man. Yeah.
So you went. Okay. So what were the DJs playing?
Olamide's Ginger, City Boy, Ashake, obviously. What else did I hear that I was like, Charlie Poppy, Crayon and Aya Star, the top 20, top 10 stuff that you would see there. Obviously, Davido.
All right.
What else? That was what DJs were playing. The DJ wasn't that bad. I can't remember his name, but shout out to the guy. It was okay. Then the normal throwback, Yankee music. This is how we do it. All those things. All those songs that don't miss when it comes to Nigeria already. But that's pretty much it.
All right, man. That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, let us get into fan mail this week, and all this fan mail is just going to be making shows head swell. I don't know why the person was just digging about. Well, let me read it. It's from Basso, aka Detroit Red. It says, "Hey guys, Basso here. Regarding this whole Mohbad situation, I remember an episode recently where Show had Mohbad above Zinoliski on a list, and I thought it was way off. But somehow, since his death, I've listened to more of his songs, and while I still won't place him above Zino, there's a conversation to be had on it. Just sending this in to give Show his props again. He really knows this music thing, plus his performance on Trace Sessions is incredible, even though you could see room for growth. R.I.P. Mohbad. R.I.P.
Yo, man. R.I.P. Mohbad, first of all. And, second of all, man, I be telling you, man, I be knowing these things, man. I be knowing these things. Man, I saw the future. I saw it. Yo, man, shout out to Basso. Yo, man. I mean, there's nothing much you can say, man. Like, I think that's why it kind of hurts a certain demographic of people. Like, you could actually see that this guy was going to be a star. Like, he was going to blow beyond. His songs now are touching so many people. Like, I just be seeing people playing his music constantly. And they're just like, man, his lyrics, man, see what he was saying here. And I was just like, yo, man, what's up, man? That's pretty much what it is. And it's just sad that it had to take, his death to a lot of people to gravitate to his music. But that's how life is, man.
Bro, that's how life is, man.
R.I.P. Mohbad, man.
At the wedding too, man, there was a lot of ask about me. I forgot to add that in there. They played Mohbad a lot too, almost like 4 or 5 times, man. And everybody was singing.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yep, shout out Mohbad, RIP once again. Another what they call it, fan mail from here. We got Paul, and he says, "Peace, gods." Actually, no, Paul. Shout out, Paul. He's a big fan of the pod. He says, "Peace, gods." When I saw this argument on Twitter, I started to ask myself if both sides of the argument were on the same page on what cultural impact meant. For some, it was cultural impact as by hip hop culture. For others, it was cultural impact as by Naija pop culture. For some, it was cultural impact as per who dropped Bass Pass / best lyricist, etc. Putting this in perspective like this, it is easy to say Neto has got more Naija pop culture impact over Q, from hit records to the Ebonics. As for hip hop culture, you gotta give it to Q. From the number of rap records he put out, commercial success or not, representing the underground scene, showing up at rap battles, inspiring and mentoring young rappers, basically being the poster child for rap heads, that's Q. I respect them both highly. I first heard Neto C sitting on top way back 06-07. I just knew Mans was different, and subsequent joints didn't disappoint. You know, my P and Super Season were both fire projects. The Kenny Big Deal era was something else. Neto had us wearing t-shirts with our bulky caps, throwing the W's up, screaming White Kaftan Gang, SMH. I didn't rate Q at, he says, I didn't rate Q at first, although it was respected in Unilag hip-hop circles about the time Rugged Man dropped a hand dissing whack artists. Q took a Q and he put eyeballs. Yeah, I saw what you did there. From Rugged, and dropped a diss record with a video dissing almost the entire music industry, which I thought was whack, like he was reaching. Why you two they copy? LOL. But he's been consistent in the game, and so far he has really earned his stripes. Number of projects he's put out is long. Certified lyricist, his penmanship game is grade A. There's a whole new generation of rappers that he's OGs to. He's partly credited for Black Bone success. I mean, leave Q for this hip hop matter. Anyways, my 2 cents. Regards, Paul Ote. Nice one, Paul. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
That was a full. You know when we say write us Afrobeats pod. Paul took a pin.
Well, Paul took a pin. He left his number at the end of the distance, like a proper email. Shout out, Paul, man. Anyways, I really feel you on this, Paul. And for me, you may or may not like AQ's delivery, because I feel that's what his critics cough show have against him.
What?
Well, like you rightly said, he's been consistent with the project. I think he has almost 20 projects. I went to check his Wikipedia and I stopped counting at some point. And they all have received some form of, critical acclaim from most people. He has gone on to win a bunch of headies. So, to the experts in AQ, all things AQ in the house, I feel like what should we rank higher? I feel like this is a conversation of what should we rank higher in the measurement matrix for hip hop. Should we rank consistency higher, or should we rank impact higher? What do you think?
I still put it that no matter how you want to, this is a crazy argument. There's also a crazy argument when we always talk about like hip hop in general.
Yeah.
Biggie and Jay-Z, like who should we rank higher? And it's almost like, there's certain people within the circles that rank Biggie higher.
Yeah.
2 albums, and for what you want to call it, that is the blueprint of how you look at rap, how a really dope lyricist takes over the mainstream and mainstream success. And that's sort of like what Nato C did. Like a really good rapper when rap wasn't really selling, you want to call it.
Yeah.
And this guy just found a way to make sure that it was a mainstream act. It was a big act. Like it was literally, I remember it would be like Two-Face.
Yeah, exactly.
Nato C, like he wasn't just like, on the bill. Like he was top 3 on the bill. So how do you want to rank him just below consistency when he was a behemoth of a star, when he was a star, like when he was in the game?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I still feel like cultural impact, like just for the fact that you would find more eyes beyond hip hop who like gravitate towards you just for the fact that you did bigger than the genre.
Yeah,
if that
true
makes
that,
sense.
true that. Makes sense. So again, I feel it's a matter of preference, like what it is you actually like in a rapper or in rap. There's some people that rap just pure lyricism, like they don't care for the beats, they don't care for the if you come with punchlines, metaphors, and all that kind of stuff, they are going to rank you higher. And there's some people that just look at it holistically, like, oh, this rapper, you have to have a bit of lyricism, you have to have a bit of, bars, you have to have delivery, your beats have to be slamming, you have to have had like 3 or 4 songs on the Billboard charts, and they'll be like, oh, you are higher. I think it's kind of like the Nas and Jay convo we were having in the group chat the other day, where Nas is obviously on this great run and just releasing amazing body of works, and he's just bringing them out in fella pace. But I think in that conversation we're like, there's nothing Nas can do that will still make him rank above Jay-Z. I think a lot of us said that like, if like you make it release like 10 albums, you still won't knock Jay-Z off just because he has a crazy run of albums, and all these albums are Nas never waters down his lyrics and everything. So I don't know. In the end, I actually think it's a matter of preference. So I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense, man. It makes sense. A lot of preference beyond that, and at the end of the day, it's also not like a numbers game.
Yeah.
It all falls down to how many more people did you impact, just far beyond how many bars and how many metaphors did you spit.
Yeah. Again, if you're looking at Nas and Jay-Z thing, I know it's an AQ NATO conversation, but you can say, oh, Nas, when it was this, he did most of guy's name that raps, that's doing method, that's acting as Method Man in this.
Oh, Dave East.
Yeah, Dave East. He did. I think that's the only. I don't know. I may be mistaken, but you tried the whole Uchiwali stuff. Him and his guys, nothing really popped up, but you can see Jay-Z's impact in real time. And I think you can almost see the AQ and Neto C impact. So like you can, as we're saying, like Neto inspired a lot of guys to want to get into the rap game. There's something about people that just make rap easy and commercialize it. You're like, oh, okay, I can actually do this. It's not, it's not
exactly because because you in that like same, how do you want to put it, like in that same vein, I could say like NATO's cultural impact falls down to all the way down to like Fouls, who's like still the most important commercial rap act, because of the fact that you have to find a formula that works for you, and also like the whole masses will be able to rock with your music. So it's not just by the bars, yes, you have to kick bars. That's the first thing to get you in the door to say, hey, okay, you're a dope rapper. What else can you do exactly? So it's just that.
Yeah, shout out Paul, man. Shout out to you keeping that conversation going. We hope we added to you already said it. We just hope we added some other insight to the convo. Yeah. And as you guys, don't forget to write to us. We don't care how long it is. We'll read it. Fan mail at afrobeatspod.com. That's fan mail at afrobeatspod.com. So let's get into the news this week. Like we said earlier, slow news week. It's still all about Mohbad this week. Again, rest in peace. Tributes continue to pour in for him. McMill, Lil Durk, Kodak Black. Music platforms have, highlighted him in their playlists. His records are charting again. It's just unfortunate that it took his passing for the world to see how really talented he is. His death has continued to raise massive public reactions. And the Nigerian police, they've commenced investigations into his death. So hopefully they see it through, and hopefully his family and friends get some form of peace. And if there's foul play, I hope they get some form of justice, man. Rest in peace to that young guy.
Just before we move on, I just wanted to add, like, I know there's a great thing about social media. Like, okay, you know what? Someone has died. Everybody now gravitates because of the news. Everybody now jumps in this, and now he's charting. His music is now well known. People that have never heard about him now hear about him. People now his music and things of that nature.
Yeah.
That's a great thing about social media sometimes.
True that.
The bad thing about social media now is that, because I remember, we're online every time. We're always checking out new music and stuff like that. And you keep saying, oh, it's a slow, what you keep saying? It's a slow music week. That's what you kept saying.
Yeah.
You know, the main reason why it was slow music week is because literally, if you dropped anything, we try to promote anything, posted a picture by anything, it was just like, it was just like, yo, Mohbad just died. Why are you online doing this? I'm like, yo.
It's even, you're even talking of promoting. If you didn't talk, like if you didn't say rest in peace Mohbad, it's almost as if you're a criminal too, like you're complicit. So that's again, I got the about social media. Like they will accuse people of being performative when they die. Like, oh, it's not that you guys are showing him flowers. But if you're like, okay, this guy, I didn't really know him, I don't want to say anything, and you're like an artist, like let's say Don Jazzy, they will accuse you, like, so you've not said R.I.P. Why haven't you said R.I.P.? I'm like, God, this guy's never win.
You literally can't win on that. You literally can't win on social media, man. It's crazy. Man.
Yeah, I saw a guy, like, he actually did a video. Why has Don Jazzy, Star, and the Maven is not posted? Nobody has said R.I.P. and Mohbad, and they are promoting the song Ngozi. I'm like, bro, they might not know this guy, like. And if you now post R.I.P., they'll be like, you didn't post him when he was alive. Why you? I'm like, whoa, bro. Just do you, man. I swear.
You can't win.
Crazy stuff.
But yeah, man. Yeah, that's just one thing. All right, man. R.I.P. Mohbad.
Yeah, R.I.P. Mohbad, man. Let's move on to new music. Forever by Khaid. Again, this one is riding off the Mohbad wave. It's a tribute to Mohbad. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. If maybe the proceeds are going to Mohbad estates, it's not really a bad song. Forever by Khaid. I don't know if you listened.
I don't know. Like, same thing. Like, I just felt like, nah, I'm not ready to listen to this. Like, I listened to it and I was just like, I don't know how. That's another thing. Like, I don't know how genuine it is. Like,
yeah. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
It's just so weird. Like, man, it's not been 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I just felt like, come on, just chill a bit.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just felt weird to me. Again,
I would support it if maybe the proceeds were going to his estate as opposed to releasing music and profiting. I'm not saying Khaid is profiting off it. Obviously, we don't know we don't know where the stuff is. But I just prefer it if it was explicitly stated that, oh, this song, if anything that comes out of it, we're going to give them a bad family and move on from there. Anyways, that dropped. Gbedu by Vector also dropped. I like something to say, man. My piano doesn't fit everybody. And to me, it doesn't fit Vector. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going back to this one. Gbedu by Vector. Enter for me.
Nah. This wasn't it. This wasn't it by the VEC. There's top 10 on my lists. Somewhere from 6 to 10. Yeah, but yeah. This didn't go in.
Yeah, at all. When I was listening to that, I was like, this is definitely a miss, man. Should have kept it in the studio. Anyways, let's move on to MIDF by Victor AD. I think it stands for Money I Defined. I think Victor AD is suffering from, a hit debut single curse. He's been putting out good songs, but because of that waiting we gain and how highly successful that song was, nobody's paying attention because this is a good song. It's another like street, prayerful, hopeful song from the trenches. But man, I don't know if it's just going to go down the radar like all these other songs.
Yeah, like it's kind of weird, like because there's some other, and that's where we come into like the conversation we were talking about, like about the structure behind when an artist, the blood, sweat, and tears, the consistency of an artist, like this is him. Like he had a big hit. You thought, okay, you know what? I'm out the trenches now. This is it. I've made it. and he's consistently been putting out good music, but it just feels like nobody's rocking with it anymore.
Bro, music. See, sometimes I just tell people, see, music is just crazy at times because you want to have a hit. At the same time, you don't want to have a hit that is so huge that all your other hits will just be comparing to it, and you
AKA, you know an AKA of this thing is what's his name? You see, that's the funny part about it. He's on everybody's album. He had a big hit last year. Probably had the biggest hit last year besides Calm Down. He was the Calm Down of last year.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
That guy.
Yeah, exactly.
CK.
Okay, man. Oh, God. Exactly. I just feel like everything CK has done after that has just been mid.
Yeah, and he has good songs, man.
Good songs. I feel like everything else was just like, meh. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how it feels like.
Very crazy, man. MIDF by Victor A. You guys should check it out, support him. Let's move on to 50 Years Freestyle by M.anifest. I mean, we already know what M.anifest can do, so this is no surprise at all. Paying homage to hip hop at 50 with 50 Years Freestyle, you know, lots of bars, lots of classic album and classic rapper references. If you like hip hop, you're gonna love this one, man. 50 Years Freestyle.
Yo, man, exactly. This is it for you. You know, the guys that wanted that punchlines and you know everything about what rap is about. This is the one for you to go. It's clothes coming out from our cousins in Ghana. M.anifest, of course, always been dope. So yeah, this is a dope song.
Always been dope. You guys should check it out. 50 Years Freestyle by M.anifest. Those were the songs we checked out this week. Let's move on to the new albums we checked out, and it's Pan African Rockstar by LAdy Donli. That's what we have on deck this week. And to be very, very honest, I'm not the biggest LAdy. Why are you laughing? I'm not the biggest LAdy Donli fan. So, and this didn't do any. It didn't. How do I say? Does it do any justice to me being? As in, it didn't rope me in. I feel like it just even made me like, you know, she's not for me. Because you know, like you can recognize a good album and like, hey, this album sounds good, nice production, nice songs here and there, but I just didn't enjoy it. I don't know why. So I don't know if it's my ears. So I'll just, you know, give the assist to show to to review this one. But I think I LAdy Donli.
Why putting me on the spot? Okay,
I'll throw the ball to you, man. Make the layup.
Okay, so it's kind of weird because you know I sort of like feel the same way about LAdy Donli. Like I know, like I think she's been around for minutes.
Yeah,
you know, and I feel like I hear some songs and I'm just like, you know what, I want to hear more. And so I hear some other songs and I'm just like, okay, this is not it. But weirdly enough, like this is not really like an Afrobeats album.
Yeah, that's what I got. What fella Afrobeats?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's when I heard the full thing. It's not like an Afrobeats album. To be honest, it's like she flipped, I would say like Blink 182 beats, like their slow mellow beats.
Okay.
And you know, maybe like smaller fella's band.
Yeah.
And then she like tried to dumb it down.
Yeah. I felt like a lot of dumbing it down
with
too.
Africana kind of, you know, talking, singing, if you want to call it that. So I think like production wise, like I really like the album.
Yeah, it sounds great
because it's different. Exactly. It just sounds different to me. My favorite song is The Bad Ones. Somehow, like, you know, sometimes you just get this flip of rock inside of it.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of shouts in here and there, but like solidly, I think it's okay. It's just the problem, like what I couldn't just mess with is like a song would be going great, or like a sound and a production would be going great, and it's like her dumbing down singing would just like off me, and I'm just like, I'm like, man, I don't know about this, man. Like, if you just sang like normal, like if you sang in normal English, I think you'd be okay. Like, you don't need to Africanize it, if that's the word.
Yeah, but, I get what you mean. Yeah, I think that was also a problem for me. It's not a bad album, like I said. It's not just for me. 12 songs, features from Kalo, Bonjaya, Lagos Panic, Pierre Quendas. Uh, I don't know, man. I think you explained it perfectly. And
But with that said, I still play the album a lot. Like I played it for a walk. I played it when I was on the drive. I played it when I was going to the gym. Like the album, like it plays okay. Like that's one thing about the album that I really like. It plays okay. And the best song for me was like that "In the Streets."
yeah, no, the last song. Yeah.
That's the last song. It was too funny, but yeah, I really like that song. So that song, the bad ones. Honestly, Pan African Rockstar 2 was a good song, and Hello Lady. So
Okay.
yeah, so a couple songs that stood out for me.
Yeah, so not too bad. Not too bad then. She's not just, I don't know, man. I just didn't get into it. So for the purposes of review, everything she said is correct. So yeah, let's move on to the charts this week. Not a lot of changes. I think we have one new entry, and that is coming in at number 10. Sweet Tea by Aduke. Sweet Tea Aduke by Buju. That's number 10. Giza Burna Boy featuring Shay Vibes going down. Number 9. Indie K Flavor Falls and Odumodu at number 8. Ginger Olamide. That's number 7. Oba Pluto by Shali Poppy moving up to number 6. Staying on the same spot, Reason by Omalay. Also staying on the same spot, Annabella by Khaid. Coming down, City Boys by Burna Boy. And climbing up the charts, Ngozi Crayon featuring Ayastar. I like to make a joke saying Ayastar featuring Crayon because Ayastar's part is just everywhere. And I don't know, man. I think as you find out the statistics for this Lonely at the Top, I think it's the longest number 1 song of the year so far, man. I don't know, man. Lonely at the Top, number 1, yeah.
Yeah,
you want to say something?
Yeah. Yo, I was gonna say like with the Ayastar thingy, like just funny enough, like I just be listening to a random album and there'd just be an Ayastar like feature on it.
Yeah.
So shout out to her team. Like her team has her working non-stop, like
she's working overtime.
Man, she's working overtime. She's had her tour. Like this is how you break a star. Like this is how you work. And so shout out to her, shout out to her team.
Let me put you on the spot here. I saw this a tweet by somebody, and the person was like, Star has the potential to be as big as Taylor Swift. Do you think that's possible? Given who Taylor Swift is, you see the ridiculous things she has been doing. But do you think
look, man, I think she has the potential to be bigger than Tiwa. Right? And Tiwa is our biggest star.
Yeah.
Right? So the fact that, there's a certain point that you reach, however you are as a star, Tiwa is the face of like female Afrobeats. And I think Arasta has the potential to be bigger, than Tiwa. Not saying that, she's going to be bigger than Tiwa now. I'm just saying like how Tiwa's star is.
Yeah. The run
has the potential to take
the run in real time. Yeah.
She has the potential to take it further than Tiwa has taken it. So I feel like I'm just putting it in Afrobeats, realm. Yeah. I'm not trying to dive into any of that realm. Like, just an Afrobeats. Just an Afrobeat realm. Right, I feel like she can take this further than to Francophone. She can blow up the Francophone too, like Yemi Alade has done. Like she will be the face.
So basically, she has the potential to be the biggest, I don't want to say female artist, but one of the biggest artists in the ever come out of Nigeria.
Yep. Out of Africa.
All right then. You heard it from Show. Let's move on to the 5s. And my 5 this week is sponsored by me listening to that Vector song, and I was like, nope, this ain't it. Let me go and jam.
Yeah.
Let me go and jam Vector songs. And at number 5, I have a song called I Love Nigeria. This one is off the 2010 State of Surprise EP. This was when Vector was still sounding like Jay-Z. There's an original version floating somewhere on the internet. I really love that one. That one didn't make the album, but this made it to so it's not too bad. It was like, I love Nigeria, people. Yeah, that Jay-Z voice. Anyways, at number 4, I have 2015's King Kong. Very, very hard song, of course. It's even a Reminisce and Fino on the remix, Sick Video 2. Number 3, I have Popular. This one, I felt could have been bigger, you know. I don't know why it wasn't. Dope song, was produced by Phils. At number 2, I have Wasted, one of my favorite Vector songs. You know, love the beats. Love the punchlines on this one too, because I'm always attacking Vector for over punchlining. This is another song I felt could have been bigger, but you know, what do I know? Number 1, I have Early Momo. I don't know if Vector knows this, but this is Vector's best song, and it features Good Girl LA. It was 2021 sleeper hits, fantastic song all round. And there you have it, my top 5 Vector songs. I know I didn't put like all the what they call it, Two Face and Nice and all those songs. I purposely skip those ones out here. So, my top 5 Vector. Over to you.
Okay, that's a dope list. We'll see how you move on when we talk about the eliminate, but let me get to that. Anyways, so there's a song that's been killing me constantly online. Yeah, and I was just thinking about it, like how songs trend, and after you hear them for so long, like you hate the songs.
Yeah,
but it's just some songs that no matter how much they're trending, it still sounds like a good song. Like Calm Down. Now I remember when Calm Down was everywhere on TikTok, I think, and I still like Calm Down. Like I can still hear it.
Yeah, it's still
exactly. I can still listen to Calm Down. CK's Joint, on the other hand, like, I don't know, man. You have to beg me. You have to beg me to hear that song.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about top 5 Afrobeat songs. Oh, by the way, the song is number 1 on my top 5.
Okay.
And it's by the Tyler Girl. I don't know if you know her.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that song, Jesus Christ. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Make me higher. Make me. I'm like,
I hear it all the goddamn.
That's a very annoying hit song, man. Because all I hear is make me well, make me like good.
Make me.
Yeah,
and I still listen to the song. That's the problem.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyways, I'm gonna just do it from number 1. So, you have her at number 1 right now.
Yeah.
I've Calm Down at number 2. I have Libyanka's. What was it?
People.
Is it People?
I mean, it has to be.
Yeah, alcohol, exactly. You know, every time I always think, why is that song not called Alcohol? I'm just thinking about it, like, why is that song not called Alcohol? So I have that at number 3. I have what was the Maven song? It was a Maven song. I'm trying to remember, but even if I forget the song,
I think I don't know what you're talking about here, but yeah.
I think. Then also I have Wiz's with Rexy. Funny enough, that's where I heard it. Yeah, and that's the first time I heard it. It was on the TikToks. Was on the TikToks.
It was on like whatever TikToks. Yeah, I think it's even so crazy now that Billboard now has like a social media trending songs now, like they dedicated, you know, to like social media songs that are just trending. Very crazy, man.
Really?
Yeah, like Mohbad was like a number 3 or 4, something like that on that trending, you know, according to social media, like songs people are playing on social media. Because
that's great. And then at number 5 I have Sip, which is funny because I like Sip every time I listen to Joe Boy's album. Like it's a song I don't skip. Hey, look at
alcohol. That was annoying.
Skip. Oh man, it was hella annoying because people were like drinking water and
I'm pouring like water on themselves. I'm pouring on.
Oh my god!
Some people like in the gutter rolling, and I'm like, God, what this challenge want to do people like this? Crazy.
The challenge was horrible, but the song was great. So So, anyways, I have Sip at number 12. So yeah, that's it. That's my 5.
All right, man.
Because of
5. I know that song, man. That song, but I haven't fully heard that song, but I just know that more this song. I
Because she
don't
had, like, I'd be checking up. See, this is another thing that's so grand and funny. Like, she's been trying to blow for a while.
I swear.
Right? Like, I'm telling you, she's been trying to blow for, like, there's every other month she's done the song. She did the song with Aya Star.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this might be the song. And it wasn't. Then this song just came out of nowhere because I didn't even see, like, there was no promo. Oh, she's about to drop this song. I didn't see nothing. All of a sudden, I'm just started seeing it everywhere. Like, I'm just hearing it everywhere. And it's just like, yo, how did it? Yo, man, we gotta know, how does this thing work? You never know.
Just give maybe one bridge could just blow one influencer. The guy could just use that one. Another one pick it up. Another one pick it up. Before you know, you're trending everywhere.
That's it everywhere, man. So yeah, that'd be it.
All right, not a bad list at all, man. Top, I'll say top annoying hit songs. The top 5 annoying hit songs. Anyways, let's move on to eliminate, man. What you got for me?
All right, so since we're on the topic, we're on the Vector topic.
Yeah,
I just have, like, Vector's had, like, a whole bunch of, like, I would say, like, features.
Yeah.
Right? He's done a whole bunch of features. Maybe he's featured people featured him. But he's had a nice run.
Yeah, no doubt.
Kind of makes, like, he is, like, you know, he's a top act. Can't put, like, maybe to say great B act, but he's a top act in, like, you know, Nigerian music industry or whatever. So yes, we're gonna do a nice best Vector. How would I put it? Best Vector features.
Okay, yeah, not bad.
And you can pick your best one.
All right.
So number one, we're going with the GOATs.
Okay.
You know, as far as the GOATs being that, you know, he featured people of GOAT status.
GOAT status.
Okay. So there's Vector and what the GOAT status? Who do you say? So there's Vector from his first album.
Yeah.
Get Down, featuring Two-Face.
Yep.
I remember back then it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
It was a big deal because Two-Face was from Festa. Vector, I think Vector back then.
Yeah, I think it was a Festa too. Surreal. No. Vector is from like no, not Festa. Yeah. Lagos Island. Yeah, Lagos Island.
Exactly. So, but it was a big deal because his label was based in Festa. So it was like a big deal for the label to get Two-Face.
Yeah.
So it was Get Down. I think that was like, you know, on his first album too. I was the one to make the album shake or something. That's how you want to call it. And then there is Vector featuring Nice Angelique.
Yeah, Angelique. I like that song. But yo, I'm not gonna lie, that Vector dropped on one kind of some punchlines. I was just like, nah, Vector, you need to do better. Anyways, man, I'll go with the one. I'll go with the one with Nice. I'll go with the one with Nice. Oh my God! We're talking about punchlines and metaphors. And Angelique makes it.
All right. So now back to the ones with rappers.
Yeah. We
have Vector and Ladipo.
Yeah.
Clowns, which is the album from last year, actually.
Yeah. Still fresh in my memory, yeah.
Still fresh in your memory. Okay, that's good. Are we calling CDQ a rapper?
Yeah, for sure.
Or should we use MI? Because it begins to me. Like, I'm like, should we use... Because it's Crown of Clay, which was both him and MI. I'll just go. Let's go with Crown of Clay.
If you have to do Crown of Clay versus the one with Ladipo.
Yeah.
Crown of Clay takes it for me. What? I'm not gonna lie, man. I love that Crown of Clay beats.
Okay. You know what? It's your list. We'll go with that. All right. Moving on to the next round, we have Mama Maradona, also from the album last year, which had One Day Cool, you know.
Yeah, I know that song.
Okay, and then we have Comfort with Gbedu. Is it Comfort?
I think I'll go with the one with One Day, just because it was a little bit more popular than the one with David.
So you're just going off popularity?
Yeah, just off popularity, yes.
Damn, man. Thought you would be like, you know, be stronger than that.
I tried.
All right, so Vector featuring D'banj, I Pray. Remember that?
Yep, I do.
And then I'm gonna get you this one, but I know for a fact what you're gonna say. But I'm gonna just, even though there were more people on the song than that, but King Kong remix, which had Reminisce, Classic,
Fino.
Yeah, it had Fino on it.
Yeah,
and it had
like you said, you already know that. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, we're going back. Yeah, I remember Uzi. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just gonna say Uzi's verse on this one.
I'm like, come on, calm down. Yeah, yeah. King Kong makes it to the next round for me, man.
Yo, okay. So King Kong, since it was the next round, was King Kong versus the MI song in Clown of Clay.
King Kong still.
Use these verses making it to the last round.
Yes. His voice is making it to the next round. Yes. Call of all the people around that song.
Okay, I'm just saying, man. Just that his verse alone, man, bro. It's not going anywhere. Anyways, it's your list. Anyways, we go with Get Down featuring Two-Face from Vector's first album, and Ma Maradona with one they call
Two-Face.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so we have Get Down with Two-Face versus King Kong, which features Classic, Reminisce, Bino, and
just because of how big the song was, Tubaba and Vector, rapper coming, linking up with one of the biggest stars at that time, I'd go with Tubaba and Vector.
All right, that's good. That's a good one. I'll take that one as well. So yeah. Shout out.
Shout out, man. Shout out. Yeah, not a bad eliminate, man. Vector actually had jams. Contrary to what I told you at the beginning before we pressed record.
Yo, man, Vector be having jams, man. Now just the problem of like packing those jams into a nice album, that's a problem. That's another thing.
Exactly.
A&Rs, man. They need A&Rs.
Kind of want to read Barracks.
Yo, bro, like I'm telling you, not one song from Barracks made it through. One song from Barracks.
No, I don't think any song of it. Barracks was mostly just him rapping his ass off, and we're like, what is this guy rapping like this? And why so much punchlines are better for us? Anyways. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. It has come to an end. We hope you enjoyed it. New episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast from. We would love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Please leave us comments, suggestions, and send new music to fanmail at afrobeatspod.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, at AfrobeatsPod. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace out.
Peace. Oh, just before we go, that on Vector's first album, like he had a fly on his eye. That was part of the album art. So it was just a picture of him with a fly on his eye. I couldn't just forget about that.
So what? His eye was fly. That was what I wanted to say, because there's something they can say. My eye was fly. It'll be like, my eye was fly. Get it? Get it? Anyway, don't make that slider, man. Alright, so slider, let's go before we get into our SYBT mode. Peace, guys.
Peace.